man, I hope you can teach me how to swim. And by the way, I'm not a very good swimmer. I said, I hope you can teach me how to swim, because otherwise this is going to be the ugliest flames ever. And so let me tell you, those consultants were so good. We had to fly to Oregon, and I took the first thing we did is we found we had an embezzler in the practice. So it wasn't just me wasting all the money; it was also someone embezzling. So we got that straightened out and got that person out. Which, by the way, the legal folks didn't support me at all; they supported her. So I never got any money back from it, but that's okay. We got rid of the embezzler. So I took my 2 new potential office managers, and we hopped on a plane and went to Oregon. And over the course of about 3 or 4 months, we went to Oregon 5 times. And so I was spending a lot of money to travel and, take us out there and learn from these people. But frankly, they were so good. These consultants were so good, and they taught us how to run a business, how to treat our patients. Actually, our medicine got 100 times better because they taught us the things we were overlooking, the things that we weren't doing for our patients. There was just so much that we needed to learn. And I paid off that credit card debt within the first 2 months. That's how good they were. And we've never looked back. Everything that they taught us, we still use to this day. And it's made our medicine better. It's made our business better. And, one of the scary things with being a business owner is that I have 10 employees who I'm responsible for. And if I don't run that business well, not only do I not get paid, but they don't get paid. And I know that many of them live paycheck to paycheck. They work really, really hard for me. They do a great job. I love every one of them. And I would feel, frankly, I hold it together a lot of times because I don't want to let them down, because they're very, very important to me. And I want them to keep learning, and I want it to be a positive experience, and I want to be able to reward them. So it's very important to me that we do things the right way so that they can support their families well.
And you've had very loyal employees for many years, for over 10 years since you started transferring ownership.
Yes, Cindy's been with us for 23, I think. It's just amazing.
Right, yeah, because she was with the previous owner as well.
Yes.
So you've definitely bred some loyalty and have amazing vet techs and receptionists. I worked firsthand with them as a kid, and they're all great people. So you guys have done a great job building a wonderful business that not only supports the clients and pets that bring them in, but the families that are there helping make it all happen, and your employees. So I think you guys have done a great job doing that. I did want to pry into your brain a little bit about how you made the transition from being a more traditional veterinarian into the more holistic path. Because I remember there was a pretty distinct moment when you started to get more into the chiropractic and more alternative side of things. So what was that transition, and how did you become Dr. Judy Morgan, holistic veterinarian that you are today?
Well, it was a long journey. About 1992, Bob and I were still partners. It was not long after we opened Clayton that a card came across our desk for continuing education called Veterinary Orthopedic Manipulation, and it talked about how we could help our patients recover faster after orthopedic surgeries, and how we could change mobility, and just it didn't say anything about chiropractic. It didn't say anything about it being alternative. All it said was this is a great continuing education course, and it wasn't horribly expensive. So I went to Bob and I said, hey, I'd like to take this course because you do orthopedic surgeries. I'd like to be able to help with the rehab because I don't do orthopedic surgeries. And at that point I was thinking maybe I wanted to, rehab was just real, and physical therapy was just starting to get a foothold. And I thought, well, that'd be pretty cool. We could be the first ones to do that. So I went and took the course, and, after about 2 hours into the course, I was like, holy crap, this guy's talking about chiropractic. And, I wasn't sure that I believed in it for animals. I had only been to a chiropractor a couple times in my life, but it happened to be when I was pregnant, and the guy did amazing things for me and made it so that I could walk again. So, I had a little bit of belief in it, and frankly, the only reason I finished the course was because I had paid for it. And I thought, well, I can't go back to Bob and say, well, I laughed because they were talking about something really weird. And I knew Bob wouldn't believe in it, but I thought, well, we'll just give it a try. And so I did, and I finished the course, and I went back and I started using what I had learned, and the results were kind of miracles. Like I was having little miracles every single day in the, how the patients were moving and how they were responding. And I thought, well, this is the coolest thing ever. And I thought, you know what, I bet there's other stuff out there that works. And then there was a veterinary conference that I was going to maybe about 10 months later in Florida, and they had kind of a mini short course intro to acupuncture. And I thought, well, how cool would that be? So I'll do this like 3-day short course thing and learn about acupuncture. And I knew nothing about it, like literally zero. I knew it involved needles. And so after I did the 3 days, I thought, oh, this is the coolest thing I've ever done. And one of the things we had to do is we had to acupuncture ourselves and, to see what it felt like and how to put the needles in. And, man, the first needle I put into my hand, I hit a blood vessel. And the next day I had to walk in, and I looked like I had the Mickey Mouse glove. I showed it to the instructor, and I said, I don't think I did it right. And I had put it in that spot because I had a headache. And he said, well, I don't know. How's your headache? I said, oh, well, as soon as I put it in, my headache went away. And he goes, well, then it worked. So I think it was only because my hand hurt so much that my head stopped hurting. But I was hooked. And so from there, I just said, well, what else can I learn? So I got all of the tapes to learn Dr. Pitcairn's homeopathy. I decided that was over my head, and it was way too involved. But I signed up to do the complete acupuncture course, and then I did food therapy, and then I did Reiki, and oh my gosh, I learned about essential oils and flower essences. I mean, you name it. I was open to anything. And, of course, once you announce that you're doing holistic stuff, then people start coming out of the woodwork with weird things. I remember a client once came in, and she had a whole deck of Japanese water cards. And so it's water crystal therapy. And so she would hold up these cards next to her dog and say, well, he needs this crystal to heal him, or he needs that. And I thought, oh, my gosh, this is, like, really over the top. But, a lot of these different modalities, different people have different beliefs, and it's whatever works for the individual. So I have a good friend, Melissa Shelton. She is called the Oily Vet, and her specialty is essential oils. And, I mean, she's probably the world's leading expert on essential oils for animals. I am one of the leading experts on Chinese medicine food therapy for animals because that's my thing. It's what I fell in love with. And so, we all find that one thing that really speaks to us. So, I just kind of grabbed on and kind of like I do with everything. If I'm going to do something, I kind of go in full tilt.
No kidding. Yeah, once you lock onto something, you won't quit until it happens. And it's not just that it happens, but it's the best that it could possibly be.
Well, why do it halfway?
Exactly, right? You just can't help it. You got to just make it the best.
Well, it was kind of, if I was going to fail, I was going to fail famously.
Yeah, and so you started this transition into the more holistic side of things, and you started to incorporate it into your business. But what you have now is a little bit of a hybrid model that, to my understanding, is a little bit unique to you. You've got people that are, 100% holistic, people that are 100% traditional, but you're a nice mixture of the two. Is that like a common thing in the industry, or are you a rare unicorn that created kind of your own hybrid?
I'm a little bit of a unicorn, and I want to talk a little bit more about that because I interviewed somebody recently where this came up, and it was kind of interesting, some of the thoughts that came out of it. So, again, time to take a break to hear from our sponsors. So we'll be back in just a few minutes, and we'll find out if I'm a unicorn or not. I like to think, I'm a kitten unicorn that, has rainbows and flowers. I don't know. We'll see.
Interested in learning more? Visit Dr. Morgan's website at www.drjudymorgan.com, where you'll find detailed information about her blogs, a schedule of her upcoming speaking engagements, free information about integrative and holistic medicine, as well as an interactive forum where anyone can ask Dr. Morgan a question completely for free. Visit her website today to join the mailing list where you'll find exclusive information and promotions only available to those select subscribers. Dr. Morgan is an accomplished author, having published several books about veterinary medicine and home cooking for your pets. You can find From Needles to Natural, detailing her journey from practicing traditional medicine to understanding the healing power of holistic practices today on Amazon Prime, as well as What's for Dinner Dexter and Canine Kitchen Capers, which are two great recipe books that you'll find both delicious and entertaining. When it comes to our pets' health, you can never be too careful. We invest significant time in ensuring that they have long and happy lives, but it's important to invest the same dedication into our own longevity. The key active ingredient in Dr. Morgan's wellness formula, pure New Zealand deer antler velvet, is now available as a standalone human-grade product. Life Deer Antler Velvet is a whole food supplement rich in calcium and collagen to support healthy joints and strong bones. Our products prioritize purity, ethical harvesting, and quality sourcing above all else. Visit lifepurerecovery.com to learn more and order your first bottle today.
Tune in to world-renowned author, speaker, and holistic veterinarian Dr. Judy Morgan, and now radio host of Dr. Judy Morgan's Naturally Healthy Pets on syndicated Dream Vision 7 radio network every Monday and Tuesday, 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Not sure which vaccinations should be given or how often? Not sure which food is best for your individual pet? Find out the answers to your questions in this weekly show where Dr. Judy interviews top experts and showcases the latest products that will help your pets stay naturally healthy.
Does your dog have bad breath? Tired of spending money on expensive dental procedures? Try out Dr. Morgan's Dental Drops today and save money while maintaining your pet's oral health. With New Zealand deer antler velvet as the primary ingredient, Dr. Morgan's Dental Drops are effective for treating stomatitis, gingivitis, and ulcers. You can purchase Dr. Morgan's Dental Drops directly from Amazon Prime or from her website, www.drjudymorgan.com. Dr. Morgan's Wellness Formula for dogs and cats provides multiple health benefits in one product. Made with all natural ingredients sourced from New Zealand, this supplement can be used routinely to maintain overall physical and mental well-being. This product is particularly beneficial for the maintenance of joint health, nerve and brain function, skin and coat health, immune function, gut health, and liver health. Find Dr. Morgan's Wellness Supplement today on Amazon Prime or at her website, drjudymorgan.com.
Welcome back. You're still listening to Dr. Judy Morgan's Naturally Healthy Pets, at least I hope you are. So am I a unicorn, a catacorn, as Gwen says? So it's a little bit unique to be a hybrid. One of the problems that occurs very commonly, and I see it in a lot of practices around us, because acupuncture has become almost mainstream at this point. And so a lot of the mainstream traditional practices, they'll send one person to learn acupuncture, and then they go, okay, we offer holistic medicine. But they don't really, because they have one person who can throw some needles in, but they don't walk the walk. They're still pushing vaccines. They're still pushing chemicals. They're still pushing prescription diets while they're pushing acupuncture. And in my mind, that's not the best way to do it. Although, let me tell you, if something comes in that has an acute trauma, or that needs surgery, we're certainly going to do that. And we're going to, I'm going to use pain meds if that's what we need to use. By combining the two, I think we get the best of both worlds. And, I've kind of looked at from a business standpoint, I've figured out how to make holistic medicine really work and how to really serve my clients and also, serve my staff. And one of the problems that I see with holistic veterinarians as a whole is that sometimes we're looked at as being a little too out there or a little too odd. And if you just say, all traditional stuff goes out the window, I think all traditional stuff is bad, you kind of become a little bit known as the crazy veterinarian. And it seems like sometimes clients think that you don't have common sense or you don't have a touch with reality. And so I see a lot of holistic practices that really, really struggle. I interviewed someone not too long ago who has her own practice, but she's working in another practice 2 days a week to make ends meet